Hi everybody, it's Tasso. Goal setting is highly controversial in personal development. Some people say that you should set goals that are measurable, time-bound, specific, achievable, and others say you should set your goals so high that they actually scare you. The first one say that people without goals are used by people with goals, that those who don't have goals are actually working for those who have defined their goals. Whereas the others say, but reaching a goal never makes you happy, so what's the point of setting a goal in the first place? So what is it now? Is it yes to goals or is it no to goals? Is it that you have to set the goals small and achievable, or is it that you have to set them big and scary? With today's post, I wanted to give you my view on this to get you thinking around this topic a little bit. Let me start by telling you that I find goals as a word is overused, and actually I find it's actually abused. Why do I say that? Because people use goals to define an end result, a final destination, whereas in reality it is not. Take this following example. If you would say, I want to become the president of the United States, nobody would argue that's not a goal, it's something that you can move towards. But the question that pops up in my head is, and then what? What normally happens is that people set up the next goal that is higher and a little bit more ambitious than the first one. It's what happens in the corporate world all the time. You set, your financial goals, your sales targets, and you have to reach $1 billion the one year, $1.5 billion the next, $2 billion the other, and it's a never-ending story. So when you look at it this way, a goal is not an endpoint. It is a milestone on a journey to somewhere. And it is linked to a belief. The belief that reaching this goal is the key to something, that it will unlock an opportunity. Let me illustrate this for you in an example. If, for instance, you take the governments that set goals to reduce CO2 emission, for instance, this only makes sense if you believe that reaching this goal will do something, is the key to a sustainable life or to saving the planet. Or back to the corporate world, when you want to get promoted from a manager to a director, you should not do this because of the grading or the salary. That's not the real reason. But when you want to move from a manager to a director, you do this because you believe by doing so, you will unlock opportunities that are not available to you right now. It's like literally sitting in a room with many doors, and every step you take in reaching your goal gives you and hands over to you a key that you can open up another door. It's like almost like a computer game where you, get here this achievement there, this little whatever gadget there, and you get extra lives and you become superpowers, whatever, and then you move on from level to level. Now, from that perspective, obviously it makes sense to set goals achievable because they are the means by which you get skill by skill, step by step, move forward. But there's another angle to that. Let's think this through for a moment. If the goal is not the end result, is not the final destination, then would it be bad if we actually missed it? See, I don't think it's a bad thing. You will have realized by now that humans are not really good at predicting the future. We are biased in what we believe reaching a goal will do for us or how it will make us feel. It's all about assumptions. Nobody can anticipate these things. And also from experience, I'm sure you've seen that there's always other ways to reach a goal. It's never linear. It's not like balls on a string. It's more like a net where you can go off track to another point and then maybe later cross back to the original destination or end up in a completely different destination. Now, let's continue the thought experiment for a minute. If it doesn't really matter whether you reach your goal or not, why not go crazy and set them high? Go big. Why you should do that? Because there's nothing more rewarding than exploring your boundaries. You know why? Because you will realize that there are none. You will keep pushing them. Those things that you thought were your limits will disappear as soon as you move closer to them. It's like climbing up a mountain. You're at the base and you see this unconquerable huge mountain with a summit as a peak. But when you move up and closer to the summit, you realize that it becomes a hill. So here's some other ideas why you should set your goals high. Because a high goal will inspire you, it will excite you. If you manage to set a goal so high that it actually creates a what if in your mind, a what if I actually succeed at that, that would excite you so much that it would create a pull. driving you towards that goal. It will fuel you with passion. And you know what? Even more, this passion will ignite the passion and the fire in others, because people usually follow those who know where they're going. And they follow those who show possibility, the big things, not the small things. If you would say to somebody, hey, I'm going to build another car, people will say, yeah, okay, fine. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to build a spaceship, then you will have a different kind of leverage. And the final thing why huge goals are important is because you will not be able to do them on your own. You will have to leverage and to use society, community. This is going to be huge for your personal development. So summing this up, yes, setting big goals, set them high and break them down in smaller milestones that are indicating what you need to do or the person you need to become along the way in order to reach that goal. And take your time, because again, as I said, reaching a goal is just handing you over the key to open up another door and moving to the next room and do something else. Enjoy instead the journey. Enjoy the transformation. Build your character, because building your character is what matters. It's your life's purpose. So I hope with this I could give you some fresh ideas about goal setting. Hopefully it helped you, it served you, and it gave you some ammunition when you discuss next time with somebody about goals, or whether you should set goals or not set goals, but also for yourself, whether when you are not sure how you should see goals. And I hope I was able to take away a little bit the fear of goals, because as I said, set goals, don't be afraid to set goals, and don't be afraid to miss those targets and those goals, because all that matters is your journey, is your transformation, and is your development along the way. Thank you very much for watching this. If you liked it, please subscribe for more. If you liked it very much, please share this with others who might want to and need to hear this information. So until the very next blog post, all the best.